Hello, this video is created to help you have some ways or some ideas of doing lab assignment 5. So question number 1 is about the performing single sample mean using the t-test. So you need to use SPSS program and also the virtual lab program. So in this question, I don't think you need to use Excel. So just to focus on this file. Alright, so question number 1, using the age variable. The age variable state null and alternative hypothesis. So you'd know that maybe you can review my video and also the lecture slide, but you can say that null hypothesis is always skeptical and maybe there is no difference between sample mean and the population mean. And then alternative hypothesis will be there is difference. So you can state null hypothesis is something, alternative hypothesis is something. So then you can do it. And what is the degrees of freedom? So you may know that the degrees of freedom is calculated something -1, like in that one. So maybe you can go back and you can show the process like a n-1 or same settlement, yeah, n-1 and whatever. Critical value, you can use the t-table. So based on the degrees of freedom, and you can find the critical value as I did in my lecture slide. So always, if I don't specify anything, the alpha level is 0.05. So 0.05 and your degrees of freedom. Okay. So let's just assume that you have the mean. So you are assuming that the population age is 50, and you can use the single sample mean, one sample t-test in SPSS, and then perform that result. So there are two tables. So if you do it well, maybe there will be two tables, one sample statistic and one sample test. And you can attach those results in question number 1 and 3. Do you think the mean age of simple sense? So you can use the p-value and you can answer y. And number 5 of the question number 1, you can see, you can change the population mean from 50 to 49. And then you can perform the analysis again and show whether that is different or not, statistically significant or not. And what is the range of confidence interval? 95 level. And you can see also my the lecture slide today, because you can put 0 there instead of the mean age. So you can do it. And you need to change the 55 to 99.9 for this question. So these are the flow chart of the single sample mean t-test. Question number 2, that's about the independent sample mean t-test using variables of the GSS 2018. So it's also using the GSS data and SPSS program. So you don't need to use the Excel program in this question. You can also review my demo video for this question. So using sex as independent variable, con and I and C, this is the family income. So by using those two variables, you can state null and alternative hypothesis. So this is independent sample mean. So based on the group variable, I mean your independent variable, whether there is difference or not. So you can go back to my lecture slide, or you can use your knowledge that what is the null hypothesis and what is the alternative hypothesis. What is the degrees of freedom? You can do it. After performing the test, attach the result. So there are two tables, right? Attach those two tables based on copy, or you can make a screenshot, whatever, you can do that. And which gender has higher mean? So you can use the group statistics, and then you can see the mean of the family income by gender. So you can do it. Can you reject the null hypothesis or not? You can do it based on the p-value and the recoding your variable. So your race variable, your original race variable has 3 categories. But as I told you, for the t-test, I mean independent sample t-test, you should have only 2 categories in your independent variable. So now the white is the first category, and then non-white is the second category. It's not very blue. All right. So in your new variable as non-white variable, you will have two categories as white and non-white. And you can see my video, the demo video here, because I already uploaded how to create the new variable using the recode. So you can review my video in Moodle, how to create the new variable. Okay? And then state a null hypothesis based on your new variable. So null hypothesis would be there's no difference, something blah blah, like that. You can do that. Perform the t-test and the result below, attach those two tables and make the conclusion in here. And number 3, I think I slightly covered it yesterday, but I will cover it tomorrow again because this is about the repeated sample t-test. So you can wait until tomorrow and I will cover more. So you will need to use Excel, but if you do want to use Google Sheet or calculator, it's totally up to you. So I cover more. Alright. So tomorrow. Okay, I got it. So that's it. So maybe we can work on this assignment, this lab time, because after the lecture, I will give you more time for your in-class assignment and your lab assignment. Maybe lab assignment 4 as well. Okay, see you soon in class.